Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Monday Morning Mindset, and it's Monday Fun Day. So, what is mindset and why does it matter? So, mindset is a combination of your thoughts and your feelings that affect your attitude, that affect your actions, that affect everything you do in life all day long. And so, mindset is critically important. It is the number one most important thing that you can do every day to set your day up for success. And so this is Monday, fun day, the Monday morning. It's Monday morning in my world. I don't know where you are in your world. And I can see a couple of people hopping on here with me live. So it's great to see you. And our oil today is the oil of Ocotea. And Ocotea is an oil that I don't have Ocotea. So I'm actually using RC this morning because that's the only one I have actually that isn't packed at the moment. And so Ocotea is an oil that I use a lot. It's one of the oils that I use in cooking. It's one of the oils that I use for just doing a lot of different, it's my favorite ninja shot oil, one of my favorite ninja shot oils. And anyway, so the oil of just simply take a drop in your hand, smooth your hands together, take a deep inhalation of the oil, hold at the peak of your breath, and it just allows it to go into the olfactory, right into there, and right into the amygdala, the center of your brain, which is your center of emotion, your center of memory, your center of motivation, where you get to get that new perspective and think from a different way. And so Ocotea is the oil that helps you with, have you ever felt insulted? Have you ever insulted somebody? Have you ever been insulted? Like that feeling of insult, insult and injury, that feeling that's just like, ugh. And Ocotea helps you to replace that with a different perspective, looking at it from a different angle, seeing it from a different way, that emotional journey that helps you to just give you a new way to look at something where, you felt like insulting somebody, and maybe you think it's a joke, maybe you think it's, like, oh, I see. Good morning, Darlene. Great to see you. Good morning, Brett. Lovely to see you on here with me. Thank you for joining me live. And so here, using this oil, it's a cousin to the cinnamon plant, and so it has that cinnamony kind of spicey smell. Sometimes we just want that little bit of extra spice in our life. Anyway, I have a really story that I think that illustrates this so well, and so I want to read it to you. And this story is about a girl who had gone away to college, and she didn't contact her parents, and she was feeling really badly about it. And so she wrote them a letter. And so she said, "Dear Mom and Dad, it has now been 4 months since I left for college. I am sorry for my thoughtlessness in not having written before. I will bring you up to date. And before you read any further on this letter, I think that you had better sit down. I'm getting along pretty well now. The skull fracture and concussion I got when I jumped out of my apartment window when it caught fire after my arrival is pretty well healed. I only spent 2 weeks in the hospital, and now I can see almost normally. And those sick headaches only come once a day now. Fortunately, the fire and my jump were witnessed by Roger, an attendant at the gas station, and he was the one who called the fire department. He also visited me in the hospital, and since I had nowhere to live, he was kind enough to invite me to share his apartment with him. He is a very fine man, and we are planning to get married. We haven't set a date yet. However, it will be before my pregnancy shows. Whew. His divorce is almost final, and he now shares custody with his 3 children. The reason for the delay in our marriage is that Roger has a minor infection, which I carelessly caught from him. And I am now, that will soon clear up with the prescription antibiotic injections that we are taking every day. And now that I have caught you up to date, I want to tell you that there was no fire, that I did not have a concussion or a skull fracture. I was not in the hospital. I am not pregnant. I am not engaged, and there is no boyfriend or divorced man in my life. However, I am failing my exams, and I wanted you to see these failing marks in their right perspective. Whew! Wow! Can you imagine the perspective shift on this? Now, if she was only writing her parents to say that she was failing, you're saying, what? You're failing your exams? We're putting you through school and we're paying all this money for you and you're failing your exams. But now they're like, oh, you're only failing your exams. Oh, that's so good. Like, thank you for letting us know. And so all the story is about perspective. It's so important to have the right perspective. And so when we're, or if we're in a situation where we feel like insulting somebody, or we feel like we've been insulted, how do we simply take a moment, take a pause, see it from a new perspective, and shift the energy and the focus? Have an absolutely amazing day and an amazing week, and I would love to hear from you. Bye for now.